This is me. And for the past 4 years, I have been eating and working out with one goal: build a booty and get toned. My diet looked something like this: protein shakes, oats and proteins, eggs every day, chicken, and the occasional steak. High protein, low calorie, delicious. Or basically, I've been eating like a bodybuilder. But I am doing a complete 180. I honestly can't believe I'm saying this, but I will be eating strictly vegan for the next 30 days. So what does it mean to be vegan? Vegans don't eat meat, dairy, or eggs. Basically, no animal products. So you're probably wondering why I'm doing this now. First, there's the ethical aspect of it. By going vegan, you're no longer contributing to animal suffering. Second, it's better for the environment. It helps reduce our carbon footprint. And third, which is also the main reason why I'm doing this, is for health. So I would love to eat more veggies in my diet. Basically, trying to optimize it for health and not only muscle gain. I think you can see how these two diets are complete opposites. And naturally, I went into this with a lot of reservations. So I decided to get some help.
Hey, let's do get help. What? Get help? No. Come on, you love it. I hate it. It's great. It works every time. It's humiliating. Do you have a better plan? No. We're doing it. We are not doing get help.
So I'm Karli. I'm actually a nutrition and wellness coach, and I help people through this process regularly.
I'm so happy that you're helping me out. I would be having such a hard time doing this alone, so I feel supported and I feel like I can rely on you for all your knowledge since, I mean, you've been vegan how long now?
Like 7-8 years.
Wow.
And you're gonna realize that this is so much more simple than people
I think, yeah.
It's way overly complicated in our society. It's not just about going vegan, it's about eating healthy. It's not about converting one form of your older foods for a new version of vegan fake food.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because that did cross my mind. Yes, at this point, I was definitely nervous. I was wondering how I was going to get through the entire 30 days.
And I actually start a whole food plant-based challenge on the 17th.
Really? Oh, that's cool. So it's aligned.
You can participate in that if you wish. It's only 4 days. But it'll jumpstart your process.
Yes, sign me up.
Okay,
that is excellent. I basically made vegan options of my favorite go-to meals, like a tofu wrap instead of a chicken wrap, an avocado toast with beans instead of egg. I even found peanut butter in Bulgaria. Good morning, guys. We've made it to day 4 of the challenge. This morning, I'm going to be trying to make pancakes. Hi you guys, so it is day 4 of the challenge, and yesterday was actually quite a difficult day. I started to feel really bloated and I've been having this feeling like something is kind of stuck in my throat and it would just not go away. It's really a strange feeling. It's like I'm hungry but I can't eat. This is literally how bloated my stomach is feeling. Like, guys, oh my gosh. I don't know. Like, you would think that I'm like 6 months pregnant. I actually did some research and it looks like it's acid reflux. Then I remembered something Karli mentioned during our call.
It takes like maybe a week to transition your microflora into the proper bacteria that is needed to digest healthier food, or like food that is more fibrous.
So simply put, my body wasn't ready for that much fiber. I got myself some heartburn medication and cooked everything to make it easier on my stomach. I reduced the amount of fiber I was having to about 30 grams per day. Okay guys, I just want to give you a quick update on how this whole process is going. So at the end of the first week, actually, that heartburn I was having just completely disappeared. I guess I got used to the foods I was eating. One thing that stayed, however, is the bloating. I still get a lot more bloated than I used to on my previous diet. However, one thing I would say is that the fiber that I'm eating is definitely making me feel like I have less cravings, especially for chocolate and kind of sweets. So something that's good but in the same time bad is that here in Bulgaria there aren't that many vegan options when you go to a restaurant. So I have been staying on track in a sense because all the options are usually a light salad, but in the same time it's not as enjoyable going to a restaurant. I kind of have to make sure that I have eaten before. If not, I will stay hungry eating just a tiny little salad. There'll be a lot more vegan options once we get to London and to Montreal. So I shouldn't have as much trouble, but yeah, let's see how that trip goes. Hey guys, so we have arrived home. And I'm actually so excited to be back because we have a fully stocked kitchen. We have a blender, air fryer, pretty much anything I could need to try more recipes. Since I've been back, there's actually one breakfast that I just can't stop having. I've literally had this almost every single day. Ta-da! So this is option 1, which is simply mango, spinach, dessert tofu, and I like the almond taste, and water or soy milk. For option 2, you could replace spinach and mango by mixed berry and banana. Both of these were inspired by Lysandra Anderson's YouTube channel that I found and absolutely love. Her recipes are so simple, delicious, and only require a few ingredients. And I feel like I can always improvise and modify the recipe if I don't have a specific ingredient. Additionally, Karli also had a few recommendations, which I will link down below in the description box. So how do you make sure that you're eating balanced meals as a vegan?
Balanced meals are definitely a good idea.
Yeah.
I always try to get at least 2, if not 3 or 4 different foods from each of the plant-based food groups. So there's whole grains, nuts, seeds, legumes, fruits, and vegetables. So just trying to get a variety of those things in your diet, you'll be perfectly fine.
The only supplement I did take was B12, as recommended by Karli.
B12 is the one thing that vegans do need. And that is simply because we live in a very sanitized environment. It does not come from animals. It comes from a microorganism in the soil. So when we eat clean vegetables, unlike what we used to eat when we were, living off foraging and such, now we don't get those microorganisms that are necessary to create the B12 in our body. So in order to get that, you only need 2.4 micrograms per day.
Once I had some go-to meals and I got used to eating this way, the rest of the time just flew by. And I had completed the full 30 days. The only time that I was close to making a mistake is when my sister was baking some cookies for our dog. And she was like, look, I made a new one, blueberry one, try it. And then as I was trying it, I remembered, oh my God, what is in this cookie? And she was like, I put 1 egg, no, spit it out, spit it out. So I spit it out, and that was as close as I got to cheating. Everything else was 100% vegan. Not getting enough protein was definitely one of my concerns when I started this challenge. The International Society of Sports Nutrition recommends anywhere between 1.4 to 2 grams of protein per kilogram to maximize muscle gain. I actually was able to get anywhere from 80 to 95 grams of protein per day, which was still still within what is recommended in order to build muscle. I was just at the kind of lower end of what the recommendation is. I personally didn't find any difference in terms of how I felt when I went to the gym. However, one thing I did notice is that I was eating way more carbs. In terms of micronutrients, it was basically a lot easier to get most of them, such as vitamin C, iron, and even potassium. The one thing that I struggled, however, was calcium. The first few weeks I wasn't too mindful about because I didn't think about it. And then I noticed a little bit of my nails were starting to crack. And I started looking up how to get calcium as a vegan. Some vegan sources for calcium would be kale, broccoli, soybeans, soy milk, or legumes. So then I improved my calcium intake and everything is back to normal.
You know, when you eat protein, like chicken for example, then you kind of feel this satiating feeling, like you're full for a while. Whereas I find on a vegan diet, although you eat like big portions of like vegetables, you have a lot of volume in your stomach, but you aren't eating as much protein, so you're full in terms of the space in your stomach, but I don't feel as satiated as I was feeling on my previous diet.
My blood sugar, I think, was a lot more stable because my fiber intake was a lot higher. My fiber intake more than doubled once I went vegan. Yes, crazy. But I don't have any cravings.
That's probably one of the biggest perks. And you mentioned the other one, you can eat a larger volume of food and not have any sort of like feelings of regret or embarrassment or shame.
Oh yeah, you could eat until you were gonna burst or full almost. But the one thing that I did notice on a vegan diet is you feel light. Even if you're full, you digest the food a lot faster. And the other thing is though that once I do get hungry, I felt that I got hungry with a bang. It was like I was hungry like no tomorrow, and 30 minutes before I was feeling fine. So that's just one thing. So the last week is when all the water retention went away and I actually started to lose weight. Okay guys, I wanted to show you current bloating state. So I ate beans for lunch. It is now 4:48 and this is the current state. So not too bloated, honestly. I'm doing really good.
If we look at my current weight, I've actually lost 1 pound at the end of the 30 days. So, I mean, that's pretty good considering I've been eating 2,000 calories consistently and not doing too many steps. So I would say this diet is excellent if you're looking to just be more healthy and possibly shed a few pounds.
Do you see yourself maintaining this long term? That's really the question that we're after.
That's
like,
a good
what
question.
happens next?
Okay, so I went through phases with this question. I will say I haven't been fully vegan since 30 days expired. When it did stop, I did continue being fully vegan for about 2 weeks. At that point, I was feeling like I would stick to this 100%. I like it. However, there are a few foods that I feel that I missed that maybe I will reincorporate and continue as much as possible when I'm at home and preparing my own meals to eat plant-based.
That's wonderful, Zlat. I'm so excited for you. And honestly, I had no expectations. Like, this is your journey. I was just super excited to be a part of it. And just hearing that you have shifted some of your mindset around your diet, and I'm excited to just hear that coming from you.
I hope you guys enjoyed this challenge. Honestly, going into it, I had no expectations. This whole experience wouldn't have been possible without Karli, so I just wanted to thank her so much for her help, and make sure to check out her channel that I'm going to link down below in the description box. Let me know if you have any questions in the comment section and if you are thinking of going plant-based yourself. If that's the case, I would recommend checking out my 4-day plant-based challenge to get some inspo around recipes that can get you started on your journey. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.